bro. And as I was sitting right there, man, I was thinking, I was like, ain't no way, bro. I'm in my running back stance, right? So I'm over here like this, breathing dumb heavy, right? Snap go up, boom. Quarterback hit the ball in the air. I'm looking, I'm just like, bro, what is going on? Out of nowhere, boom, the ball hits the ground. So I scooped the ball up, and the moment I scooped the ball up, I tuck it and I start taking off in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. All I see is two people. I freak out and I'm like, oh my, boom.
Tell me is they feeling me. Tell me can they live the same. Tell her she mad at me. Ask me if it's all a
Man, it's been a while, man. You know, 2021 was actually really crazy. A lot of different things happened. I'm super excited for what's going to be happening next because you know what? I'm about to go crazy this year. And let's get it started. So I'm gonna get started right from the beginning. It started all off in 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, you know, I never played tackle football before. I always played flag all my life. And I really wanted to try it. My dad put me in it. So I was like, okay, cool, what's gonna be going on? Most of you that do know, there's 2 different types of leagues when you're kind of in middle school. There's the Pop Warner League and the City League. If you didn't know, those are the 2 leagues. But yeah, so Pop Warner is kind of, you know, the people with money. They can put the right people with the right age and the right size. That way nobody gets hurt. And that's how they kind of differentiate the 2. The other one is kind of, you know, kind of where I was at, you know, the one where you just basically pay, you know, 50, 60 bucks and then you're just playing. Like whatever happens. They judge age or whatever, or do they? You know, that sounds crazy. But it's all good. Anyways, so we're going to start out with the first thing. And that was the first team I was on ever playing football, tackle, which was the Jets. Was the team. All right, it was a ragtag squad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I'm not gonna sit here and try and flex and be like my team was the greatest because we were trash, all right? Straight dog water, absolutely bad. And if you remember me watching me right here, right now, I'm sorry, but you were also trash because I was also trash. We were all trash, okay? That whole year, I think we went a total of 0-13. If I'm not mistaken, we lost every game. It was just bad. It was just very bad. But it's okay. Now back into the games. Now the games were actually super lit because where we would go, it would be in Orlando. It would be the Ferris Field or Fairway Field. That's what it was called, Fairway Field. If you don't know where that's at, I think that's on OBT, Orange Blossom Trail. Those games were normally, you know, roughly 2 hours ish. And yeah, so the very first game we came in and we're like mad high energy. You know what I'm saying? We were turning up. We were just like, yo, ain't no one beating us. Ain't no one stopping us. We had a team full of like Spanish kids and black kids. We literally sat there and we're like, ain't no way we finna lose to nobody, right? We come in, man, when I tell you we come in, bro, we get there and I'm not even gonna joke to you. I look over and I'm like, at the time I'm like 5'4", so I'm like this right now, right? So because I'm like this right now, I'm over here super short, and I'm just hyped up because of everybody else. I look up and I'm looking at all the other people we're going up against. Bro, these guys are 13 years old. Bro, 6 feet. Bro, how does that even happen? Bro, like, I was so angry and annoyed because I was 5'4", and I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, I'm playing running back. You know, I'm going to try and get shifty with it. We had 11 straight, so 11 offense, 11 defense, no breaks, Ironman. You know what time it is. That's fine. So I come in. The kids there are like 12 years old, 6 feet, you know, 230, 200. Like, they look like some high school kids. So I was pretty blowed. A lot of the parents were upset. Everybody was kind of upset. And I was sitting there and I was like, nah, man, ain't no way. Every single game, bro, the contact was absolutely crazy, bro. The moment you see one of us run the ball, boom, we get just blasted straight into the sidelines, into each other. Bro, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was bad. It was bad. Okay? But, you know, a couple games down the line, we start to realize that we're a bad team. And which it did blow me because we would get so close, and we'd lose by like 3, 6, once by 2. It wasn't even like we got blown out or nothing. So it's not even like these teams were killing us. like we were getting dogged. Like it just wasn't happening. We were just losing by like that little bit. You know what I'm saying? We just had no clutch performers, couldn't win it at the end. It was so infuriating. But after all that kind of happened, after all that transpired, the game kept going on, boom, boom, boom. And the game prior, I was literally out there, and my boy Eric, right? He wasn't 6 feet yet. He was like 5. He's like our tallest player. He's 5'11", 5'10", right? I remember the game before, out of nowhere, boom, quarterback snaps the ball. His name was Chris. Chris comes up, drops back, throws the ball, right? Eric catches it. The moment he catches it, he does a whole turnaround thing. Crowd going nuts. He caught it, and he thought he was by himself. So the moment he goes to pull it in, boom! Them boys came in, crack, boom, his back, bro. All I saw is the man contort. That man looked like a upside down, like a frown face, bro. That man was bent. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. And then all you see is like, you ever played Mortal Kombat, to where you see the whole like spine shattering? Bro, that's what I saw. I don't know, I'm a kid, it'd be like that, but that's what I saw. I saw this man go out of nowhere, right? He hits the ground. I'm freaking out. I'm like, bro, what the freak is going on? So normally I take my knee, I'm waiting. He gets up, thank God, I'm saying, clap it up for me. He gets up, he ends up being fine. He keeps playing or whatever. And a couple other people catch concussions that game. That game was absolutely wild. But what I really kind of want to get into is the actual game to where I almost died. Yeah, it was around the time of the playoffs, right? So we knew we weren't going to be in the playoffs, but it was kind of already told to us we weren't going to be in the playoffs, but that's fine. So we were checking who we were going to be facing and stuff like that, and the moment that we checked the schedule, we saw we were going against the best team in the league, which were the Cowboys, right? So now these boys built different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't build different. We noticed that they weren't that much better than we were. So when we were playing, they played like real dirty. Like out of nowhere, you see somebody boom get clotheslined, and when the ball snapped next play, they just start chopping you. Like, bro, it was just crazy. Like helmet to helmet. Like, oh my God. Like I see why now. Looking back at it now, I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, bro, like I really could have died that game. I really could have died. I played running back in those times, 32, shout out. But so I was playing, right? And the moment I'm playing in this game, I get down into my stance. And when I get down into my stance, I'm ready to go, right? But at this point, it's the 4th down. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm over here like huffing and puffing. My man Chris looks at me and he tells me that he looks back at me. He's like, bro, I'm gonna need you to run it to the right. You got this, do your thing. Right? So I'm chilling. I know they're gonna run block, so I'm down in my stance or whatever, and boom, it happens. Boom, the snap comes up. And right when the snap comes up, I'm thinking Chris caught it. Step back, you know what I'm saying, as my running back, because I was gonna cut this way and slide. The moment I was gonna do that, all I see is the ball literally hit the air, and when it hit the air, it just stumbles, hits the ground, and rolls. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's a fumble. That man tossed the ball into the air and scooped the ball up, right? I tuck it in, and the moment I tuck it in, I'm taking off. Boom, I'm taking off running. And I take 2 steps, literally 2 steps. And the moment I take those 2 steps, boom, I get smacked so hard. Bro, the guy that hit me, first off, one guy, the DN, he went down and he got me in my legs. Boom, clipped me. And then the other guy was their linebacker. He just said, boom, clothesline me. Bro, I hit the ground, and all I know is I was laying there. I was literally laying there, and I couldn't hear anything, see anything. My eyes were closed. I was frozen. I felt paralyzed. I couldn't move, right? So I go over, or my coach comes over to me, and when he comes over to me, he's like, yo, Rico, you good? Like, you good? And I'm like, Coach, I can't move. Coach, I can't move. And all I hear, I hear my mom screaming and like crying. I'm freaking out, but I can't move, so I don't know what to do. And I was like, I just said, Coach, my neck. Like, I can't move, my neck. And I don't know if he's legally allowed to do this. I don't know this, but he grabbed me right by my face mask. I'm not even gonna lie, he grabbed me right by my face mask and just and cracks my neck. And the moment he cracks my neck, like my body just starts like, jolting, and I'm freaking out. I'm getting scared. they pulled me off to the sideline, and we only had 11 people, so that means we had to play with 10 people because I was out. Paramedics came. It was like they just came, and when they were like flying by, they were grabbing me and they were checking my neck, checking my area, making sure I was good, seeing if I was responsive, seeing if my, like if I can move properly, if it's not like, if I'm not going into shock, or like my adrenaline isn't kicking to where it's like my body's just moving. So yeah, like at that moment, like bro, like I basically almost broke my neck, and the paramedics kind of looked at it and they're like, one of my neck, like bones in my neck or whatever was kind of like dislocated-ish or whatever. I don't know what he was saying. I was like 13 at the time, right? So I just kept shaking my head like I know what he was saying. But basically he was saying that like if I get hit like that again, like I could have broken my neck. So I had to sit out for a little bit. I sat out for the rest of the game. I didn't play. Of course we lost that game, so it's not like we're gonna go to the playoffs anyways. That was nothing. That was whatever. But yeah, that was basically what happened. My mom was crying and she was like, "You're never playing football again." I was like, I am definitely playing football again. But yeah, that was one really crazy story. And that should conclude the story time for today, man. Leave a like at the bottom, and don't forget at the very bottom, get that nice red button and subscribe. More videos coming out. See you pretty soon. See you, the nation.